We're now 2 weeks into 2026, and Jesus Christ. There were things last year in gaming that I thought kinda got a bum rap. Things that I thought were not nearly as bad or as uninteresting as other people felt. So what I want to do is talk about 3 things that happened in 2025 that I thought, you know what? I like it. And also, please don't get me twisted. I know a lot of times this type of video is usually described as like oh, you people are just sheep. You only listen to what everybody tells you. I'm better because I like the thing nobody liked or whatever. It's nothing like that. This is just me saying, hey, you know what? I liked this thing. I get why people didn't, but I like it. So without further ado, let's get started on the first thing. And hold up. Hold up. Alright, I know people didn't like this thing, but it's Black Ops 7. Hold up. Boy, do I get why people were not happy with Black Ops 7. The use of AI art is so gross. Doing Black Ops 6 straight to Black Ops 7 was a bad idea because it doesn't feel like a fully fleshed out game. It feels more like an expansion pack that they sold for full price, which this game really should not have been that. I got this for $40 at a Best Buy because no one was buying this fucking game. And for me, that's probably the sweet spot, $30 to $40. You know, some kind of a big expansion pack to Black Ops 6 probably would have been the right call. I get there's probably 1,000,001 business reasons why they didn't do that or probably can't even do that. But I enjoyed this game. The way they handled the campaign is weird. It's not the big action set pieces and blockbuster stuff you expect out of Call of Duty. Instead, it's this weird in-between of kinda sorta Warzone plus its own kinda weird levels. And you can see from the trailer, the Black Ops games always were about the weird mind control stuff or whatnot. You know, there's like the bits and pieces of it here and there. But this one goes so hard in the paint with that it was too much for people. And I do think we're hurtling towards yet another Call of Duty reset, which I'll talk about in a later video. But I haven't played a Call of Duty seriously since Infinite Warfare because I'm the dork that actually liked the space and exosuit stuff. Multiplayer is fun. I had a good time with the campaign. The end game mode, which is this kind of PvE extraction thing, is great. I put so many hours already into end game to the point that if the next Call of Duty doesn't have end game, I'll actually be bummed. I get every complaint against this game. They are so warranted. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I haven't played a Call of Duty in so long and I hopped onto this one. I was just like, you know, I can roll with the stupid. It is very stupid, but end game is great. I have a good time with it. I don't know. I actually really like Black Ops 7. It's not great, but I like it. Next is a movie, and this is, you know, I guess might be a little bit of a reach to say it's gaming related, but in my mind, these two things are always connected. Gaming and Tron. So this is Tron Ares. So this is another one, right, where, man, just so much was working against this movie. It's a sequel to Tron Legacy, which is a very beloved movie, one that it took me a little while to get on that movie's side, but now I genuinely love it with my whole heart. It has Jared Leto, and anything that dude touches just leaves a stink on it. He is box office poison, man. And, you know, it's modern day Disney, where you look at a lot of their live action stuff, it just feels so devoid of artistic merit. But this movie, I thought, stuck the landing. The music by 9 Inch Nails goes a long way, I gotta tell you. The soundtrack in this movie is fucking incredible, and I listened to it all the time when it came out. I love it. And I'm not a big fan of the programs in the real world thing, and like Black Ops 7, man, this movie loved talking about AI. Ugh. But if you're gonna put the programs in the real world, this is not a bad way to do it. I thought it looked great. I love the light cycles and the recognizers and how they like this movie's own unique style. This movie definitely stands on its own for having just a good look. And I get it, right? Like, you saw people talk about this movie when it first came out, and it was like, so dumb, it's stupid, why is this even here? And then there was this kind of shift, people being like, all right, maybe I was a little too mean to it. I'm gonna go see it again. Okay, actually, I think I love it for being kind of just a very great looking and sounding spectacle. And I think Tron can and should be more than that, but if you're going to be spectacle, you know, this movie stuck the landing. I've watched it a ton. I am going to probably watch it again as soon as I finish recording this because I'm looking at this trailer and being like, I liked this movie. The Jeff Bridges thing, putting him in this movie felt a little forced. Whatever, I can roll with it. But Jared Leto's bad. Ugh. But the rest of the movie, man, I don't know, man. I had a great time. I actually had a good time seeing this in theaters. Nobody was there. But yeah, Tron Ares. I liked it. So the next thing we're going to talk about isn't necessarily the game itself, but a very big part of it that I felt like, man, people were just really harsh on it, and I don't really understand why. And it is the music for Doom: The Dark Ages. I am going to beat this drum until the day I die. Of the brand new Doom games, The Dark Ages is straight up my favorite. I love the aesthetic. I love the more on the ground, almost melee focused aspect of this game, way more than the more high speed intensity of Eternal. And I thought the music performed by Finishing Move was fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah, it is going to be really hard to top what Mick Gordon did. When you talk to people about the work of Mick Gordon in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, people talk about it like he invented a whole new genre of metal, which he seems to be kind of like, he doesn't want to talk about that, so I don't know if he agrees, doesn't agree, but that's something he seems kind of like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But people like the idea of his music so much, even divorced from Doom, that they're like, no, this is a whole new genre of music, Argent metal, whatever you want to call it. And Finishing Move was coming into a really messy breakup between Mick and id Software / Bethesda, and Mick Gordon so loved the music, so loved that, like, what is Finishing Move to do other than just do their best and hope people love it? And I love it. I loved just the heavy riffs. Everything is a riff, unending riffs and chugs. The production is really great. I love how the underneath of the guitar riffs is the strings, and how they use some of these older, more acoustic instruments underneath the heavy metal guitars. And that's not in your face, and I know some people would have preferred that to be more up front and center, especially because the new Doom soundtrack doesn't have the industrial feel that the previous Doom games had. But there are some songs in this game that I think straight up are some of the best songs ever in any Doom game. One song in particular, What Lies Below, is a song that I could listen to any fucking time I need to go on a workout, need to get work done, whatever. I'm putting that song on and I feel like I can take on the world. Finishing Move were coming in on a rough spot. I think Doom: The Dark Ages in general was coming in on a rough spot because we're trying to top what is a 10 out of 10 for millions of people, it feels like, Doom Eternal and Mick Gordon's soundtrack. But Finishing Move knocked it out of the park. I love Doom: The Dark Ages, and this is a soundtrack that I wish got more love, and hopefully over time people really come to see that Finishing Move fucking killed it with Doom: The Dark Ages. And that's my list. Those are 3 things that I thought were, you know what, yeah, I get it, but I like it. I liked it. I don't know what to tell you. And what was that for you in last year? What was something that seemed to not get a lot of love that you ended up loving? Leave a comment below, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more Class Cabinet.